What's really good on my day ones? Welcome back to the
channel.
she knows my video. Today, this is a very special video. And I say that because I've seen Maria grow within the Air Force, and she's had a couple setbacks, and I'm gonna have her talk about it. But most importantly, a lot of you guys want to know about the new OTS format, and I can't speak on behalf of that, to which I'm going to have her speak about. So she's got a very interesting build up, and I think it's very essential to hear her side of the story, because the bonus part about her journey is she's already in a very desirable location for her nursing career, and that's in Germany. So we won't say exactly where in Germany, but these are the opportunities that you will be afforded. First things first, talk about your nursing background, talk about the obstacles that you had to endure to get to here.
I've always wanted to be in the Air Force, but I finally made the decision in 2021, because back in 2021, some tattoos were not allowed. I had to remove a tattoo, so that took 2 years that I was working towards that. And when I was finally ready to send my package, I tore my ACL, and that pushed me back 1 more year until I recovered and sent my package again in 2024 last year, and got accepted and went to OTS September of last year.
What's your nursing background? Are you med-surg, clinic? What do you do?
So I started in pediatrics. I did pediatrics for almost a year, and then I switched to med-surg adults, and that's mainly my background. I did the last job that I had, it was in Philly. I did med-surg stroke telemetry, and that's where my main specialty was.
The good thing is she never gave up, and I think that's the most important part or takeaway about her journey is she had the ACL tear, and she was asking me what's she gonna do, what is she supposed to do, is this gonna set her back? I told her straight up, it's gonna set you back, but don't let it discourage you from continuing to proceed with your plans to go into the Air Force, especially if that's what you want. So she had to get a waiver. She got in, and I think that's a beautiful part. Okay, so let's get to the meat of this discussion, right? When I went to OTS, we had just basically, it wasn't a tiered system like you guys. And I haven't asked anyone about the tiered system of the 2-week system, because I know it's still 8 weeks. Talk more about the phases that you guys are talking about, because I know it's 4-week phase.
It's five phases, yeah. Modules, they call it.
Okay, so they have modules, 5-week modules. And for us, when I went through at least, it was very tiered by week, and what we had to hit these accolades for us to progress, but theirs is more on leadership now. Talk about each week for me. So module 1.
So it's I didn't go to CCATT because I've heard that they're getting rid of that. So it's 8.5 weeks, and there are 5 modules, and you have to wear a belt with different colors. The first week, I'll say it's 7 days more or less, is mod 1, and that module is all about followership. They focus in followership, working under stress, sense of urgency, things like that. Basically, lack of sleep, right? And changing plans last minute. They're constantly yelling at you. The priors would say that it was very similar to basic training. You have MTIs all the time on you, screaming. Yes, they want you to pay attention to detail as well. They're very focused on attention to detail, right? And the lack of sleep is insane, right? So you're constantly, and marching all week. It's all about learning how to march. You're out from PT to 9:30 p.m. every day, getting yelled at, basically, right? Sorry, go ahead.
I just remember week 2. Week 2 was the worst, because it's the Virgin Hill week, where you're just tired.
Yes.
And it's hard to stay up, because you're doing PT nonstop and you're just sleepy. And when you're in the auditorium, you're just tired.
Yes. So the first week, I didn't even see the auditorium. Is the second week when you go into mod 2, which, by the way, each mod, when you go in, you have to do some type of special event, right? So from mod 1 to 2, you do the blue line crossing, but that comes with a 5K run. So you do a few 5Ks every module. You do a 5K, then you you do another 5K, and then you do like a it's like a, you have to carry a log with and then you're carrying the rugs, right? So every module does have some physical event, and then but mod 2 you go into classes, and this one is where like you fall asleep all the time, like literally hurts. So you're in the auditorium, long classes, and people will get up and stand up in the back. You get yelled at still, but this time like the instructors are officers. You have classes. That's your first exam is in mod 2. Mainly in this time you still march everywhere, right? You still have a wingman, but you get yelled at mainly when you go to the defact. That is the main thing that you get yelled at, and also when you're eating, so it's stressful,
I just don't miss it. All right.
Sometimes like I had fun, mod 3 you have another exam, and if I remember right, that's when you have the first deployment. It's a short deployment. You have obstacle courses and things like that. But once you go into mod 2, everything switches into like leadership. So they focus on the leadership competencies. So like research, where's the management, or like adaptability, all that stuff. Like they want you to focus on those things. And that's when you start getting tested, graded on leadership. Is it like, like how good of a leader you are, and all that stuff. So, and then mod 3, I said that it's another exam. Mod 4 for me was my worst favorite one, because they focus on wargaming. I did not like it. I did not like it at all. As a nurse, I was lost, very lost. I think the line side of the Air Force was like...
Wait till you get to SOS.
I've heard.
I actually love wargaming. I think it's very essential to understand wargaming. It's only because it's very operational. You'll understand more once you pin on captain. Yeah. And you're given all these positions. Like, why am I doing this? It makes sense in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, it was. I just found it like really difficult. Like you have all these new acronyms, right, that you have to learn, and of course, like English is not my first language, so that I feel like added on top of that. Some of the games are very strategic, very like military, and very long. They have a lot of rules. I got lucky with mine. It's one of those games that only happens a certain time of the year, because it's outside, so I really can't talk about it. The surprise element was there, so the person that is being graded is the leader. So, and everybody else does whatever that person says, basically. Mod 5, you have the big deployment, and that was fun. It's basically you're acting like you're in war. There's 2 teams.
Eagle. Yeah.
Yes, I think it's called like Vigilant Warrior
Vigilant
now.
Warrior. It's been called Vigilant Warrior, but like they called it Operation Eagle. For us.
Yes. So. Yeah. So that was a lot of fun, and like obviously probably with yours too. You get more benefits, more you're able to do more things. You get you're allowed to go off base, but if you mess up, you get those benefits removed. Right? We did get removed a few times.
Wait, what squadron were you?
Mustang.
She was a Mustang.
Yeah.
Each TRS or each training squadron has have different names for their squadrons. I was a Golden Hawk. Yeah. They had Hoyas, they had Spartans, and what else did they have? They had one more. All I remember was the Spartans always got in trouble, and they had at one point they had their shopette privileges taken away, and that was toward the end too. So people get very complacent.
Well, in our case, it's like whoever got in trouble, we all got in trouble, the entire class. And my class was pretty big, so we all got in trouble for little things. We got in trouble for room inspections, for going to the BX when we didn't have to go into the BX, things like that, and some people got kicked out too. So
in retrospect, though, that's the beauty of it, right? OTS is like this beautiful. I won't say beautiful. It's like this goal, and then like once you go through it, it's like I can't believe I went through it. And it's for me. I think it's beautiful because it's what I've always wanted to do. And then once you go through it, there's this valor that comes with it, and there's a pride that comes with it, of course. Talk about your transition from OTS into your role now, because I know from OTS you had to come straight to Germany. I want to know what that was like.
I knew that OTS was completely different than my entire summer consisted of planning ahead of time, because I knew that I was heading to OTS in September and that I was going to have to leave right after OTS. So I actually did my move in September prior, the week prior to going to OTS. I sent my dog to Europe already before. So I literally got Like I had no address, I had nothing in Philly when I left for good to OTS. Graduation day came, my family came, and the day after I was on a plane straight to Germany, basically. So it was pretty intense. I mean, the transition has been good for me. I'm from Spain, so like coming back to Europe, it hasn't been difficult besides the language. And I feel like very fortunate. Like I did get a good position here because I came basically with the holidays. It took a few weeks for me to actually finally start my training, you know, and like being like, okay, like what am I doing here, you know? And I also, as a non-prior, I do have to say that it's been a little difficult when it comes to my job. Besides, I've never worked at a clinic. I do work at a clinic, so I have to learn the ways of the clinic and the military, which you have to combine those two, and it's different, you know. So
as they say, adapt and overcome, right? I mean, that's the thing of the military is if you're coming in with like no background, at least she knew what she was getting herself into. Her dad is a prior military service member in Spain. If you know what you're getting yourself into, the juice is worth the squeeze, especially if you know the whole lifestyle of what it's like to be a military brat and like what you're up against. It's easier to adapt versus someone who's never been in the military or who's experienced how slow the systems are. To me, it's a blessing in disguise. Because like, who takes a month to in process when in the civilian world you in process in less than 2 days? Like you're getting paid to in process for a month. Like that doesn't happen. Like you take your time, you develop, and like I know she said she was having a hard time adapting, but I'm sure it's getting easier. The expectation for her is, you know, by the time you hit captain, she should have the basic lingo or the jargon down to basically lead more lieutenants, because when she hits captain, she's expected to go to SOS. She has to do all these other trainings, these leadership trainings. And with everything changing in the military, especially the government, we're expected to perform at a higher meritorious. That's the expectation, right? After all this, right? Do you think it's helped your career so far, regardless? Because I know you're brand new to the military. I guess the question is, do you believe you're going to stay the full 20 versus going back to civilian?
So because I already worked in the civilian world, and I was actually, well, you know, I was very burned out. I was very tired of how we are treated, you know, as civilian nurses. I came in with the idea of doing my 20, and so far so good. I want to do the 20. I mean, I feel like I will have to hate it a lot for me to like get out. You know, like, there's many reasons why I joined, but I definitely want to do my 20.
You got to learn to love it, and you got to embrace the suck. It's like, you know, civilian sucks. I've nothing against anyone who's in the civilian sector. The problem is you get so monotone to how things work, right? Like you just go to work, that's it, and then you get abused by your patients. And it's not like that everywhere, but it's a reciprocal thing. It continues to happen. Once you get tired of that, and you go over to here, it's like it's a walk in the park. What would you say to someone who is trying to join the Air Force and try to be like you?
You have to have an open mind. My opinion, I mean, I love it. I knew that I was meant for this because of my personality. I mean, you do have to follow rules, you know, and I just have an open mind, because they can send you anywhere. They can send you to any job, right? I think that's the beauty of it, though. Yeah, just like always learn, you know, like do your best to be a good leader, ask questions, you know, and just have an open mind.
To caveat and backpack off of her statement, be open to what the Air Force could do for you, and the opportunities will come. She's seen how much shit I've done in the short amount of time that I've been in the Air Force, but like it's already been 4 years and it's been fast. I've been enjoying it. The more that you enjoy it, instead of like complaining all the time, and there's like, you know, you can get people who complain everywhere, but military complains a lot. The more that you adapt to this lifestyle and accept it for what it is and grow where you're planted, you're gonna reap the benefits of what you do. And she's one who's reaping the benefits of her hard work, and for that I'm very happy for her. I can't wait to see what she does as a leader. With that being said, thank you for your time.
Of course.
I hope this video helps one of you guys, and if you guys ever need to reach out, my Instagram's down here. I'm gonna put hers too, so you can reach out to her directly. It's getting harder for me to micromanage a lot of these messages. Yeah. Anyways, you guys take care. If you guys enjoyed the videos, don't forget the thumbs up, and also don't forget to follow her, and also don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And if you guys enjoyed, you guys take care, and we'll see you guys next video.
Bye.
Cool.
That was good, I think. No? What do you think?